here. I may sound really depressed, but I really want to go on with this because it's really awkward, I have to say. And now my heart's pounding because I don't know what's gonna happen next, because who knows, Hisao will do something stupid. This on the previous, I have to say on the previous part, I have to say that was really unexpected. Actually, it was pretty obvious, I have to say. Well, for me, because I called it. I definitely called it. But this is going to be the last part for Hanako. This is going to be the last episode for Katawa Shoujo, Hanako's Path. So I will post this as soon as I can. So here we go, I guess. She gives a nod without so much as glancing at me, and makes her way to the bed as I do. She walks as if her legs were wooden sticks. I find it as amusing if I weren't doing exactly the same thing. I take the initiative, turning around and sitting on the side of the bed. I look to her face to invite her to take a seat either next to me or in front of me, but end up awkwardly looking down to stop myself from staring at her body. Hisao, you're such a punk. Oh my, what the fudge? Nevertheless, she takes her cue and reluctantly sits between my legs, and as she does, a rush of sensations hits me all at once. The feeling of her hand behind against my crotch is most odd. God dang it! But her scent is just as strong. She's worked up a slight sweat already from her nervousness, and the smell and feeling of her hair is washed across my face. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this type of stuff, or I'm gonna be censoring this kind of with the loss with Juan's face. I tried to put on a smile to try to make the situation a bit more comfortable for her, but it feels really stilted. Deciding to try and move things along, one hand finds itself on okay. I'm not gonna read that. Her lips okay as she tries unsuccessfully to suppress a squeal of a suppressive. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. God dang it! And takes it and shakes her head as her only reply. A gulp comes deep in before beginning to move. Okay. Feeling in massage. Okay. This is really. Okay. This is really awkward. I'm gonna start clicking away. Okay. Wait. No. Okay. I push myself back onto the bed. Myself from Hanako with a certain amount of reluctance. From her part, just like, God dang it, phone! Slides back and lies down with her. Okay. Oh, this is so freaking awkward. I am not doing this. Okay. I'm gonna be cutting this off a bit. Okay. Clicking. Okay. And then after a couple seconds, it ends. Okay. The sound of breathing in my own rings in my ears, almost painfully loudly. Okay. As I hold myself, okay. We both lie down. Okay, this is still awkward. The only sound in the room. Okay, this is completely awkward. Oh, you're gonna have a heart attack. My vision slowly begins to return to normal as I continue to stare at the ceiling. But my limbs still feel like jelly. I try to concentrate on my chest and find its beat irregular and mildly painful. Look what you did, Hisao! Freaking douche. This is a dangerous time. I have to think this through and not panic, lest I make my situation any worse. With a huge effort, I take control of my erratic breathing, forcing myself to take long, deep breaths. I count half a dozen before I start to feel physically calm again, and press my hand to my chest to assure myself. My heart beats back to normal. I'm okay. Oh. And then I turn my face towards Hanako, who's already looking at me. Her expression looks pretty dazed, but underneath that, there's definitely a large look of concern. She's realized that what happened. I'm okay. Everything's back to normal. I find myself barely able to get the words out between breaths. I don't think... Oh, God dang it, the business, as Dame would say, would tire a normal body out this much. So I have no doubt my condition is at least partially at fault. Why did my body have to do this right now? All thoughts in my heart, though, are pushed aside as I see the wide smile forming on Hanako's face. As always, I smile back without another thought. Hanako's smile has always been infectious in its almost childlike sweetness and earnesty, something that sets her apart from anyone else I know. Oh my god. I can't believe he went to do that. I wouldn't do that. I was like, this is awkward, put your clothes back on. I would have been like that, but no. It sounds like I'm gonna take my pants off. Right now, we don't need words. Everything we want to communicate to each other, we can share just fine without them. Close your eyes. Go to sleep. Loading screen. I called it. Definitely called it. Loading screen. If he closes his eyes, it's a loading screen. Yes, I am getting used to this loading screen. This shows hope that I can't do anything else. Oh, wait, what? Ignore that. My eyes feel heavy as they slowly open, the light from outside making me blink a bit to let them get adjusted. My body feels like lead and my head feels like just as heavy. You forgot to take your pills, didn't you? Waking up to an unfamiliar ceiling is an uncomfortable feeling. It reminds me of the first time I awoke in the dimpled volatile ceiling of the hospital. Yeah, you went to the hospital, man. How do you feel? You're in the hospital now. You're back in the hospital. You had a heart attack. It's only after spending a few seconds staring up at it that I realized where I am. This is Hanako's dormitory room. No. I feel as though my heart stopped again. As the events of last night rushed through my mind. Wow. Through my head, blood rushes to my cheeks and I shut my eyes once more. You're dreaming. There's only this very little point to getting myself worked up this early though, so I try to push such things out of my mind for now. I roll my head to the side to see if Hanako's where she was when I drifted off to sleep. All that's there now is an empty space on the bed and the room beyond. She moved out. Look what you did. I sluggishly sit up and rub my eyes before pinching the bridge of my nose and looking around the room. Wait, you pinch like this? I don't know what the bridge of your nose is, that's the thing. The only person here is me. I still bereft of my clothes, and after a quick scan of the floor for them, I noticed that they're neatly folded in a corner of the room. Try as I might, I can't see Hanako's anywhere. The foil packet of the okay, I did not know you didn't. Okay, I didn't want to know about that. With a great yawn, I get myself out of bed and quickly look for some underwear. At least he was protected. I didn't really pay attention. I just completely skipped it. It was super awkward. I grimaced a little at the prospect of putting my boxes back on after yesterday's efforts did a job on them. Ugh. But I don't have much choice. Taking advantage of the fact that I have some time without anyone around, I get myself dressed for coming school day in short order. I feel like somebody's like walking around around the area I'm in. Okay, and then I'm alone. Without anything more to busy myself with, my mind becomes focused on the fact that I'm standing in another person's bedroom after we spent the night together. But there's not a single sign of her around. My gut proves to be more helpful than my brain at working out this riddle. With a loud growl, it reminds me that she may well just be getting breakfast. I would have liked to wake up next to her, but maybe it's a good thing that I have a few moments alone. Hanako's room, as always, quite bleak in appearance. There are precious few decorations and particularly no personal artifacts that aren't hidden away in cupboards and drawers. She's lived here for 3 years, but the room looks as if it's barely been occupied for a single day. Until you came along. I shouldn't overthink this. She might just be living this way, as some do. Having the ability to put such low stock in physical possessions does have its advantages. But even so, it feels a little disconcerting given her past. Yeah, you all learned that yesterday. That very night that you freaking do what does. She said she viewed herself as having had her life on hold while at the orphanage. She certainly lives as if she still does, but after what happened last night, it's pretty hard to imagine that she still thinks that way. The sound of the door handle cracks through my thoughts and I turn to face it. Someone's at the door! Oh! Sure enough, Hanako comes through and shuts the door behind her. As she has what seems to be 2 microwaved instant meals in her hands, so this is a little difficult. Good morning, Hanako. My god, this is so... after that, I can't think Hisao the right way anymore. He's He's just one of those. Ugh. That's a weird morning. She gives a little bow before making her way to her desk, setting down both plates. I can now see them to be small sauté dishes. Sauté. That's a real weird word for me. It's like, it doesn't sound right. Sauté. Their contents steaming with a fork stuck inside the rice of each. Oh, great, now I really want to eat rice. I give thanks to her for bringing them in, and we each take one and get down to eating. She sits on her desk chair while I sit on the side of the bed. I don't like talking while eating, so the silence between us isn't annoying in and of itself. It's the fact that it only exists because we don't quite know what to say to each other that's off-putting. You can't see each other the way you can't see each other the same way anymore after that. Hanako glances towards me every so often as she eats. I only notice her doing so because I'm doing just the same thing. Oh, you see, you guys are thinking alike now, and I think this rendering project is gonna pop up and you will see. Okay, never mind. We're eating together as if we were a couple. We even had freaking had business last night. A first for both of us. Something feels wrong though. Yeah. Maybe that's why we can't say even a word to each other as we finish our plates and leave them in the sink. I think something's bad's gonna happen, and I right-clicked again. Maybe that's why we leave Hanako's room without holding hands or making small talk. Maybe that's why it feels as if we're further apart than we've ever been before. We enter the classroom together, neither of us so much as glancing at each other. Just after we do so, I realize that this may have been a mistake. Shizune lifts her eyebrow at the sight, her suspicions raised. They heard it! Ow! Titanfall! Wait, what's Titanfall? Oh, never mind. We reach the center aisle between the classroom's desks and look to each other. Not quite sure what I should say. Does she want me to address her as a girlfriend? I didn't think our relationship was. Oh, that's why this feels so strange. No one freaking it sound just because you did it. God, see you. Okay. That's just awkward. I awkwardly hold up a hand as we part and take our seats at our respective desks. I can't even look back to her out of embarrassment. I feel like the gulf between Hanako and I it's because of me. Because, yeah, you definitely, what the frick? Everybody. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I think he was getting kind of suspicious, like, hey, there was a complaint. Shizune, okay, I'm gonna say how Dane says it when he was freaking reading. He's like, Shizune begins to make her way towards me, but then Mito enters the room. Freaking, I can't take it seriously anymore. Freaking Dane makes the most stupidest remark about Shizune. He's like, a freaking cannons or something. I'm thankful for his arrival being so well timed. Drawing Shizune and her questioning away to wait for another time. Wait, what happened to Misha? I wouldn't have been able to answer anyway. I like Hanako, but I've never told her what my feelings for her are. Hanako never said she saw me as anything beyond a friend, either. Yet, despite that, we slept together. Don't stop freaking saying that. It's like, it's awkward for me as the reader. The bell to signal the beginning of lunch rings out. Mito is taking a little off. God dang it, really? You need to freaking have an alarm clock. It's just like right there, alarm clock right there. Oh, it's lunch. Hit the alarm clock. There you go. Get out of my class. I would have an alarm clock if I was at this type of school. If I was a teacher, like, if I was a teacher and I was like, if I was like taking off, like, you know, if I really didn't pay attention to the time, I would time the actual minutes it has, and once the alarm clock goes off, I hit it and say, oh, I get out of my class. I would definitely do that. He should do that too. His chemistry. Okay, now that's just kind of weird now. His chemistry lecture being cut off mid-sentence, much to his. What the heck? Chagrin? To his chagrin, but entirety of the class, his rambling has passed through one ear and out the other. God! Out the other as my mind mulls over the question of Hanako. I can't get her out of my mind, and by now I've managed to wind myself up about it. I realized that she would never said yes to what we did. She didn't. Yeah, I think it's considered rape. Pedophile. She didn't say no either, but would she have been able to? She's so extremely submissive at the best of times, and no doubt it took her a gargantuan effort to show me her scarring. I decided to try and at least make conversation with her. That would be better than the monosyllabic communication that's been the most we've managed between each other so far today. I walk to her desk intending to chat, but she awkwardly blushes and looks down even before I come up to her. I take a breath to speak, but find myself lost for words. What in the world should I say to her? What in the world did you do to her? Hearing approaching footsteps, I tend to see Shizune and Misha freaking... freaking now I can't look at Shizune anymore at the same. Freaking comment, don't point those cannons at me! Already making their way towards us, no doubt with the intent to start again asking troublesome things. This is so awkward. A couple of other classmates are looking at us and gossiping between themselves. As they throw sidelong glances, they must also have noticed Hanako and I coming in together earlier. I open my mouth to reassure Hanako, but she preempts me. Oh no. I gotta do this. She said it again! Like the beginning! Look what you did! You broke the bridge! You like, I'm gonna break the bridge because I want this, you know. She gets out of her chair and dashes for the door. A couple of the books and pens that were on her desk are sent falling to the floor in her rush. Not many people seems to care about this event. I feel look around to see what all the fuss is about, but go back to what they were previously doing soon after. I left despairingly looking at the door that Hanako disappeared out of. The idea of running after her passes through my mind, but I'm fairly sure that Hanako can run faster than I can. Obviously! Look what you did! You're like, oh, I'm gonna take a break, and you completely stop! Making that choice in the beginning was completely pointless. It was either keep going and try your hardest, or like, take it easy. By taking it easy for itself, it's like, okay, I'm done. I'm quitting. See ya. See you in like, never. And besides, what would I say to her once I caught up anyway? Eventually, I simply crouched down and began picking up the items that had fallen to the ground from her desk. I feel low in every way, reduced to this as students pass by me on their way out of the room. Yeah, you really do feel like... oh god. Okay. I can't take those two seriously anymore because of Dane. Freaking Dane made those dumb remarks last night when we were just talking on Skype, and he got this game because I was telling him, like, it's a really good game because he's more of a story person when it comes to games. So I was like, oh, he will like this, and then I realized it was kind of a bad idea now since freaking he made the most weirdest remarks towards Shizune because he's like, whoa, don't point those cannons at me, and then like, oh, I can't take this seriously thanks to them. God dang. I feel a tap on my shoulder. I look to see Shizune and Misha looking at me. Curiosity about the situation written on their faces, mixed with a slightly apologetic look at the idea that they were partially responsible for what had just happened. Sign language. Hichan, if we can help at all. Well, at least she does not have the freaking exclamation point every single sentence now. This is a serious matter. Oh wait, when was she here? I just realized that. I just shake my head. This isn't a matter of that for them. And from Shizune's expression and tone of Misha's voice, I think they know the same thing. Shizune acknowledges my response and gives a solemn bow before making her way out of the room. Misha soon follows her out, obediently following her role as Shizune's shadow. I pick myself up, books and pens in hand, and place them inside Hanako's desk. With the classroom now empty, I end up just leaning against her desk and thinking it to myself in silence. You have a lot of thinking to do. You really have a lot of thinking to do. You need to make up what you just did, and you need to freaking talk to her about it. Don't be like, yeah, I just did it just because. Don't be like one of those freaking punks at my school and be like, oh man, I had sex, it was so good. It's like, who cares? Freaking have fun with a child at this age. Okay, I'm done with that. It feels like a complete emotional disconnect between Hanako and I. We haven't known each other for all that long, and despite waiting to start going out with her, I really don't know that much about how Hanako views things. I'm gonna do that. My bad if you saw that. That was kind of bugging me. I've been studying as hard as I can for exams, but I still don't feel like I have any real sense of direction behind it. Man, I gotta burp. I tried to be a friend to Hanako, even I couldn't tell her my feelings, and all we've done is drive each other apart. I couldn't even write a letter back to the one girl who ever loved me, Hanako. Okay, Dane said how Yanako. What should I do? What can I do? I simply don't know the answer to either of those questions. I do know that nobody else can help me with them. What's your parents at? Oh wait, they're working. Ha! Just going back to the way things would be enough to make me happy, but I know that it can never happen. Something changed between us last night. Maybe it changed beforehand. It just came to me ahead then. I know that there's a wall that Hanako has between me and her. I've been hitting that wall every time I try to interact with her on any level. Ugh. What kind of level? Are you gonna be one of those Call of Duty people like, get on my level, and it's like, here's a ladder, you're on my level. And then it's completely pointless because, you're horrible. It's like, I don't need a ladder. Because, Call of Duty is a simple game, and there's your ladder. One step. But now I'm beginning to think that I have my own wall between us just as much as she does. She had to practically drag my past out of me, and mine was much less traumatic than hers. Obviously, dude, she was scarred when she was 6. I wouldn't say it's because I haven't had long to adjust since my heart attack, but I know full well that it would just be an excuse. And how long have you been in this school? How long have you been in the school? Tell me that, Hisao. How long have you been in the school? I already read that part. The one time I can recall when it really felt like she was opening up to me of her own accord. When we were playing billiards in the city, I was the one who stopped her from going further. Wait, what? I don't remember that. I want to know Hanako better. I want to save our friendship, if not begin a real relationship with her. My mind begins to tick as I sit against her desk, thinking to myself in the empty classroom that we've spent so much time together. I have to talk to Hanako. You do! You need to make it up to— Hey, what's this? Oh no, what's up? This is the best music. I pace around in the park, feelings of anxiety rolling over me. Every so often, I reach into my pocket to take out my phone, but each and every time I hesitate and end up slipping it back in. If there were any normal situation, I wouldn't be cutting classes. Unfortunately, it isn't, so I find myself in the town below the school at 2 in the afternoon. What time do you get out of school, man? Because that's what time I get out. Sucks to be you. Ever since I met Hanako, I've been the one to initiate everything between us. The one that started conversations went to her wherever she was and suggested that what we should do. Today was this once. I don't want to be the only one doing that. My hand dives into my pocket once more. Your freaking huge pocket, apparently. This time I quickly navigate to the texting menu. Oh, okay. Before I have a chance to change my mind again. Do it, man. Hanako, if you want to talk, I'll be at the park in town for a while. Fighting a last measure of doubt, I thumb in my message to Hanako and press the button to send it. And now, I wait. My part in this has been fulfilled. What needs to happen now is for Hanako to make the decision. It would be meaningless for me to drag her here. She needs to decide for herself whether she wants to meet me or not. The apple... Really? Apple juice at this time? Really? The apple juice from the vending machine tastes awfully bitter as I swirl it down. My grip on the can has caused it to dent slightly in the middle. Well, there goes your apple juice. You spilled everything. I shouldn't be this tense, but it's probably inevitable. Hanako is dear to me. What happened in the last couple of days has put a lot of pressure on both of us. The idea of losing all the progress we made in coming closer to one another and losing our friendship as a whole is deeply unsettling. But even then, I still don't really know how close we are. We may have had business, but before that, all I knew was friends. Maybe we were more than that, but if so, I never realized it. You were blind! You were blind! Maybe that's why I feel so uneasy right now. I don't understand Hanako despite all the time we spent together. The minutes are ticking by and I still have no idea whether she'll show up or... Hisao? I paused for a moment, almost not believing that I'm hearing the voice I am hearing. I drop the can and stand up with a start. Hanako. We look at each other for a few seconds. We look at each other for a few seconds before Hanako becomes too embarrassed to maintain eye contact and begins to nervously fiddle with the roughly cut lock of hair covering the side of her face. This just got depressing. Honestly, I have nothing to say about this. I really can't say anything about this. Oh jeez. When I went to see Hanako in her room by myself after her breakdown, I had no idea what to say. That was fine then. All either of us wanted was each other's presence. Now though, I feel like I need to talk to her directly. I want to break down this wall between us before it forces us apart for good. Hanako, what we did that night, how should I interpret that? Hanako stops playing with her hair and looks at me. Her head cast slightly downwards. She looks ashamed, which is probably a good mirror of how I would look now if I weren't so concerned. Yeah, you should be ashamed. Oh, I thought you might eventually go away if I was only someone you needed to protect. No! I thought that if I let you do that, you might see me as someone more than that. My first reaction is disbelief, but I did do it with her. After all. Thank you didn't say the S word! God dang! I had plenty of opportunities where I could have stopped things, stepped back and questioned what we were doing in the end though, I didn't. A horrible feeling rises in the pit of my stomach. She offers herself to me because of what she thought I wanted, and now it feels like I took advantage of her. She may have been willing, but only under false premises. Oh, fudge! Look at yourself! I've never been good at hiding my emotions from physically showing, and now is no different. Hanako looks down once more, a strange mixture of depression, regret, and sickness written on her face. Thick silence hangs in the air, save for the breeze blowing through the trees around us. I knew you couldn't look at me that way. Hanako's words are said in little more than a whisper, seemingly directed at just as much at herself as to me. In what way? What do you mean? All I ever was to you was a useless person. Just someone to protect. Someone like a child. Lily said that! You weren't supposed to protect her! Oh! No! Oh! Why did it get emotional the instant we see her? Imagine you making crying! Oh! Screw you, game! This is the first game that actually people say, oh, the saddest endings. Oh, screw those endings. This is too much. Oh. Oh. I wanted to be more to you than that, but after so long, I got used to it. Oh my god. Lily was the main person. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. I can't take this serious. Why did he do that? Oh my god. I can't read the sentence anymore. The tone of her voice is unlike... I need to complete this. I really want to see the ending. The tone of her voice is unlike any I've heard her use before. She sounds disgusted. Not at me, but at herself. Oh my god. After I came out of my room, I saw that you had started drifting away. I felt like I was going to lose you, because you wanted somebody you could have that kind of relationship with. You were more quiet in school than before, and you were getting on so well with Yuko. I thought that I might lose you. Yuko's a bitch! No! Screw Yuko! She thought I was bored of her, because I wanted a romantic relationship? Yuko is... I don't know how old Yuko is! But we're friends, right? I wouldn't just abandon you like that. Even if what you're saying was true. Friendship has something I thought I'd I'd give it up on. I stopped believing in others after what happened after the accident. Before the accident happened, I got on well with people and other children. I didn't have many friends, but I didn't mind, because I treasured the ones that I had. Afterwards, though, I was called names by the others and teased a lot. It hurt. It really deeply. The teachers tried to help, but they couldn't do much, and even many of them recoiled just at the sight of me. That's messed up. That's what teachers don't do. Like, if something's going on, they're like, oh yeah, just tell me if they do it again. If they do it again, they don't do anything about it. That's like... God! Why am I crying right now? God! Among those calling me names and teasing me were the ones that I thought were my closest friends. That's messed up! From then on, I believed that it didn't matter if nobody else acknowledged me. All my existence ever did was make people troubled after all. It was easier if I just didn't exist. Don't think that! No! But after meeting Lily, and then you... Lily's blind! I tried, but I couldn't make myself think that way again. All that time, she didn't trust me. She thought, just like everyone else in her life had, that she was worthless, someone to throw away once I got bored of being with her. I wasn't bored! I was depressed! That hurts. That's the one kind of person I never ever wanted to be seen as, because I know better than most just how horrible it feels just to be thrown away by those who thought I liked them. Oh, I thought liked me. Whoops, where'd I get them? Oh, that ruined it. Look at those people with umbrellas. Holy crap. What is that? She's cracking from the memories she's bringing up. I feel useless, completely unable to console her. In a strange way though, I am almost thankful that she's allowing me to know this. The wall between us is going away, even if it hurts so badly to bring it down. Hanako, if you just told me. Was I wrong? Of course she wasn't. Hanako wasn't wrong. It's difficult to force myself to admit this, but trying to deny it is pointless. To me and to Lily, she was someone we tried to protect. She had... Oh my god, I can't read this, I'm actually crying! Oh my god, serious! Oh my god! Wait! Oh my god! She had become to me what I can't read this anymore. She had become to me that what I become to my friends after my heart attack. I'm a broken person. I liked her, possibly even loved her, but I never acted on that precisely because I thought she was so fragile. I can't see because of the tears! I mean, I don't look at you that way now. I got worried about you after what happened to you in class, and I thought I should try to protect you. When you locked yourself in your room though, I got afraid. I thought you were rejecting me, and it forced me to think a lot about different things. I wasn't rejecting you! She blurted out with an almost scared tone to her voice, taking me off guard. She quickly becomes embarrassed by her outburst, before clenching her fist and working through what she wants to say in her mind. I wouldn't ever do that. Not to you. Even though I was scared, even though I tried to push you away, you still tried to get closer to me. I locked myself away because I was just a burden to you, to Lily, to everyone. You weren't a burden! You weren't a burden! You were just... No! I hope none of the other parts are like this. Every birthday was the same. Everyone doing their best to pretend that I mattered. Everyone pretending everything was alright for that one day of the year. That's what I feel like on my birthday. I don't care about my birthday anymore. I didn't want to exist, but they wouldn't let me. Even after meeting Lily, everything was the same. I was as useless as I'd always been, unable to do anything for her, or for myself. I didn't want to be the same way to you. She loved you! Lily and I were completely wrong. Lily's wrong?! Well, what she said, everything we did for her, it would only make her feel worse. Even what little I thought I had right about her was a complete misjudgment. The freaking music, shut up! After you locked yourself in your room, I decided to try to work out my past as well, and sort out my future. I didn't know how to deal with the things I'd lost by coming to Yamaku, so I was trying to sort them out myself. I thought it would help us become better friends if I did that. Silence hangs in the air again. I try to keep looking at her, but I can't. I feel really low, and though I want to apologize, I don't know how I possibly could. I hear her take a deep breath and look back. Oh my god. And only look back to her after hearing her drop to the ground. What? Why did you drop to... No, don't cry! The sound of her crying breaks my heart. I know I'm responsible for this, and I know that I can't do anything to help her. Freaking us out, you screwed us up! If Hanako feels ashamed, then I feel all the more so. Oh, you should feel bad about yourself. I rushed to her as her tears continued to roll down her cheeks, uninhibited. Wrapping my arms around her, I don't care about how I must look anymore. I just want to be close to her right now. I'm sorry, Hisao. I messed everything. No! Freaking Hisao, you did it! You messed it up! It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not one that should be sorry. Thank you, Hisao! You did something right for the first time after 30 minutes! I was meddling around behind your back and I never told you anything. I can feel my grip tightening on Hanako as my vision blurs. I can't be bothered trying to hold back now. I have to force my words out as a lump begins to stick in my throat. To tell you the truth, Hanako, I was scared. For the first time since my heart attack, I was really scared. Hisao, I lost so much when I came to Yamaku. I was depending on you more than I ever thought I did. This music! Even now, I still have that hole inside me. After losing my entire life and everyone I'd known, the thought of losing you as well. But I'm just useless. You're not useless! You're my friend, Hanako. No, you're more than that. I love you, Hanako. What? I love you so much that the thought of losing you frightened me so much. This is bad. I'm really letting all of this out. I can't bring myself to look at her face right now. I'm sorry, Hisao. I can't help feeling a bit happy. For so long, that's what I've wanted to hear. The last of the floodgates breaks, the sound of her crying permeating the air as her body jerks against mine. We hold each other tightly, connected more closely than ever, in our shared grief and our shared happiness. I don't know how things are going to be like after this. Right now, though, I don't care. There's no other person in the world that either of us could possibly share these memories and emotions with. Nobody. After dropping the dirty can into her bin next to the bench, I take a seat beside Hanako. She puts away the handkerchief I gave her to clean herself up, which hasn't helped much. Then again, I look much more presentable even now. I feel emptied and a bit embarrassed after letting my emotions out in public like that. It's not a bad sensation though. I think Hanako feels the same way too. Have you calmed down a bit? Yes, thank you. Oh my god. Great, now my glasses is like full of like tear stains. My god. For a while, we just sit and take our time before talking again to one another. We both need a little time to collect ourselves. The weather is nice at this time of year. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. This is too emotional for me, man. I close my eyes for a moment, relishing the feeling of the sun's heat and the cool breeze against my face. The weather really is nice today. Really, really nice. You know, I don't really want to go back to classes right now, do you? She shakes her head as she finishes wiping her eyes with her cuff. The small smile she gives is nice, and it's a reminder of how earnest it can be. Smiling for other people might be a completely normal, everyday thing. For Hanako, though, she smiles so rarely and so sincerely that each and every time she does it, I feel a sense of relief and happiness. I'm sorry for everything. It's okay, I think we both have a bit to be sorry for. I know that I'm too shy. I know you don't want me to be. I don't think I can. You can change, Hanako. I know that because even in the time I've known you, you've already changed. To be honest, just being able to sit here and talk to you like this means that you've changed a lot since we first met. I'm not gonna count the days, screw this! But I can't be like that for anyone else. I don't have any plans for after school ends, either. Hanako's confidence begins to slide down again, but I think that now, I can finally talk to her as an equal. I can do it because I know that we're just the same in so many ways. Just give yourself some time. Give yourself time. And I think you'll be able to achieve what you want. No, I'm sure that you will be able to do it. I can see you've been trying and I have faith in you. And you can depend on me if you feel like you need someone to support you, you know? But I can't ask that of you. You can, because that's exactly what I'm asking of you. I'm going through the same thing, you know. Stop saying you know! It's called love. Hanako smiles before I get off the bench and dust myself off. She does the same in short measure. Those people are still there! I'm kinda hungry. Want to grab something to eat? She nods vigorously. The way she's smiling, the way she's acting, even just the general air she gives off, I feel as if this is the first time I've seen her genuinely happy. We both make our way onto the street, walking beside each other. Hisao? Yeah? I think I don't really understand you. I don't think I understand you either. I believe that's fine though. There's not a single hint of despair in our voices. Not understanding each other is only natural. The walls we set up between ourselves couldn't possibly be broken down in a single day. But that's fine, as long as we take it day by day and try to understand one another. I think everything will be okay. Oh no, she looks sad! What'd you do? As we walk down the street though, Hanako's eyes flick to my face and back to the street repeatedly. Is something on your mind? You look restless. She slows before stopping completely. When I turn to meet her, she takes a long deep breath, looking at my face intently. This expression, I saw it once before on her face, just once when I accidentally surprised her in her room. You broke in and asked her if she wanted a hot dog! I think I have something I need to give you. What is it? You don't need to be evasive. God, no! What is it? You don't need to be evasive about it. I wanted to give you this for a long time, but now that I need to, it's too embarrassing. Don't worry, I'll accept it, whatever it is. She gives a sweet, bashful smile before taking my shoulder in her hand. Then please accept my first gift to you, Hisao. Hanako? Oh! My god! Who are those people? No! Skype! Not the muffins! Not the muffins! Oh my god, this is... Oh my god, this is... I like this game! Oh my god, that was a really good ending! Oh my god! I have to say, this has to be one of my favorite games now! My god! I need to clean my glasses. Oh, that was a really good ending. I was like, what did I expected? That's a lot of concept art, I have to say. Whoever made this story, they did a really good job. This is a really good... Four Leaf Studios did a really good job. I really liked the story. It actually, the ending made me cry. I have no words for this. It has to be a really good story, just minus the fact that, you know, it's like that, but... My god, it feels really, like, now I'm gonna hold this dearest to my heart. This is like one of those type of games where, you know, once you play it, it's not like one of those types of games like, you beat the game and then you're done. This game, like, sits down to your emotion and makes you feel, like, everything, basically. That's what I felt right now. I cried, and I'm a guy who rarely cries. Like, they make you, like, if you play this game and you see, like, you can relate to their, like, some issues, not the disability, but their experience. Like, for instance, how Hanako was being picked on. You know, I was picked on too, and then, you know, the person I thought I was my friend when I was, like, in elementary, like, after a while, you know, like, I thought I was useless to them. So, like, that's what happened in middle school as well. This is, like, I don't know what to say about this game. Like, if people really need to look at this more than just like, oh, this guy has a fetish. He doesn't have a fetish with, like, these type of people. He just like, he wanted to protect Hanako. That was his main problem. But, like, Lily didn't want him to do that because she knows that they could relate to each other. I really hope I wish they were going to make a Katawa Shoujo too. But then, like, when I actually searched up, like, information about it, they canceled it. I was like, no, I really love this game. Like it's better than those normal games you play. Like, just because, like, you beat this, you know, like, oh, that's it, you're done, you know? Like, this, I'm lost of words right now. That's the thing. This is, like, I'm completely lost on what to say about this game. I have mixed feelings about it because, you know, Hisao did some things, you know, it was pretty obvious, but, you know, here at this ending, he finally told Hanako what he felt about her. Like, and then, you know, now she broke out of her shell. Now, I really want to know what happened. Like, what happens next? Now I really want to play the other parts, you know. Thank goodness I made multiple save states, so, like, I don't have to start all over, because, you know, this is a really, really good game, you know. But, God, I got nothing else to say. This is heart-wrenching now.